Yo guys, JC here. How's it going? I hope you're doing well. For me, I've been very busy and lazy, it must be said, so I haven't been able to make any content recently. But I am working on it. Some stuff is coming up. It's gonna take time. I'm very, very, very tired, and I just need more rest, to be honest with you. There's just a lot of stuff going on. Sometimes I have to go out. There's visits to doctors and stuff like that, and it just makes me very exhausted. So, yeah. Anyway, for me, usually like in July and August, there's a big slowdown. It's hot and it feels heavy, and I just don't want to do anything, to be honest. I just want to do like enjoy something, but I don't want to do anything heavy. I don't want to like do any philosophy or stuff like that. I mean, yeah, I still run my page, but apart from that, I just don't really want to do much. So it's kind of my vacation time, if you want. But today my video is in two parts. The first part is going to be a rant, and the second part is going to be something cool that I found on the internet. Now, I am warning you, it's not for everybody, okay? So, like, just kind of a spoiler alert there. I'm not pushing that on everybody. I'm not getting paid to promote this or anything like that. It's just something cool I found on YouTube while browsing one night, and I thought I'd share. But the first thing I want to do is actually start with my little rant. This is the thing we're gonna talk about in a moment. But the first thing I want to talk about is actually this one. So, this is my rant. Okay, these days, a lot of people, especially kind of young people, I guess, because they're on TikTok, and TikTok for me, in my opinion, is just a bunch of nonsense. It really reminds me of the early days of YouTube. A lot of people like forgot that because again, these days we just take things for granted. We shouldn't, by the way, but unfortunately, that's the mentality of most people. We take things for granted. And so what happens is like when YouTube was young, it was the same thing. Like we had size limits and we had time limits as well. I remember in my film school, I made a video and it was maybe, I don't know, 20 minutes total. Well, guess what? I couldn't upload it on YouTube because YouTube was limited to 10-minute clips. So I had to separate my video into two parts and then upload it, basically. These days, like, we don't even think about that. We just kind of upload these huge monster files, like hours long. Like, I do gaming videos, and sometimes it's 1 hour long, sometimes it's 2 hours or even more. And it's no problem on YouTube these days. Just upload it, you know? But that was not how YouTube started, and I just want to kind of remind people of that. And when I look at TikTok these days, it just reminds me of that so much. It's like there are size limits, there are time limits, and yeah, you have to kind of restrict your content within those limits. But I'm thinking, okay, this is nothing original. This was done before by YouTube. So I know that young people these days kind of jump to the next big thing because in their opinion, it's cool. It's the hip thing to do. But I'm thinking like, it's not cool. It's just the same as YouTube was back in the days. But these days they say YouTube is more for the older people. The older people. I like that because I'm 40, but apparently now I'm, you know, in grouped with the old people. I'm an old person now. That's how it goes. And so TikTok, in my opinion, yeah, it's a bunch of nonsense. It's just a bunch of nonsense. Yeah, there is some good content here and there, of course, but for the majority, it's just a bunch of bullshit, to be honest. And one way to do popular bullshit is to make dance videos or to make a video with a dance. So if it has a dance, then it has a potential to do well because again, people are stupid out there and they need to do stupid shit. And dancing is one of those ways to do stupid shit. So there we go. I found one example, and it's this channel, Kurbelly. I hope you can see that. Yeah, you can, I think. Kurbelly is just one of many, by the way. I just picked on it because, well, it's a popular one these days. And so it says here, if I go to the About section, I don't even understand what the hell that means. Hi friends, I'm Kurbelly. I create funny videos with different sound variations. My channel differs from similar ones in that I create videos with a special approach. First, using Adobe After Effects, Adobe Premiere Pro, Adobe Photoshop. I cut out characters for further editing and then add unique sounds and video effects. Okay. Also, I use free images from Google on the background in my locations in the video. What the hell does that mean? All my video features materials protected by the Fair Use Guidelines. Well, trust me, YouTube wipes their ass with the Fair Use agreements, so you can mention it if you want, but good luck. It takes about 4 hours to create these videos so that my viewers can feel the difference between the original video and the video I created. What the hell does that even mean? The audio and video sources in this video were created in such a way that the viewer hears and sees the new unique content. Unique is capitalized, by the way. It's like, oh my God, my good Lord. This is just so cringe. And if you go into the videos, you click on popular, and this particular person, they made, but I'm not sure exactly which part of that they made and which part of that they used from someone else. But it's this Toka Toka video, and it's like anime characters dancing, basically. And so, guess what? Now, because, again, people on TikTok have, like, low IQ, they basically started copying this dance. And if you're wondering what these videos are like, well, basically it's like that. It's the anime version, but instead it's just those people dancing. And these videos, there's like tons and tons of them on YouTube and TikTok. So now my YouTube is full of this bullshit dancing, especially in the reels, you know? Like if I go here, for example, this first video here, there we go. This is a Toka Toka dance. And there's like literally like millions and millions of, by the way, this one looks very interesting here. This thumbnail, yeah, okay. All right. But anyway, this Toka Toka dance, millions and millions of people are doing it these days, and it just drives me up the wall. And it's absolutely useless, and it gets like hundreds of thousands of views, sometimes millions of views. And it's just ridiculous. Like here we go again. This first video here, that's it again. 6 million views. I'm not like this. This blows my mind. Like how people love stupid shit. And I know that even in my, like when I was a kid, people liked stupid shit. Like kids liked stupid crap as well. That's true. But I feel like the internet kind of amplified this. Like before it was more kind of isolated, like groups of people doing something, very small groups of people, by the way. But now, like thanks to the internet, it's basically like millions of people can connect to this and enjoy, you know, participate in this bullshit. So yeah, well anyway, that's part of my rant. And now if you want some actually good content, I found this pretty cool thing here. Now this is Mosfilm. For people who don't know, and I'm sure a lot of people don't know, Mosfilm is a major studio in Russia. Now I know, a lot of people get like up in arms immediately because, oh, it's about Russia and they're like the big evil empire, and they are, but yeah, Mosfilm, for the majority of their existence, they were making movies kind of in the late Soviet era. So I think like most of the like actors and filmmakers who participated in those projects are probably dead by now. So like, don't worry. This generation of people is not the generation waging war right now. Okay, so you have to kind of separate that in your mind. And plus, like movies anyway, it's always a bit like, you know, yeah, there are propaganda movies, sure, but for the most part, it's not like that. The one thing you have to know about Russian, like Soviet era movies, is that a lot of them were about the war. Many, many movies were about World War II in particular. Why is that the case? Well, because you know, Hitler decided to invade Russia, and for definitely like 2 to 3 years at least, I don't remember exactly. Basically, it was just like total chaos, pandemonium in the country. Tens of millions of people died. So almost like it left a mark in the people's minds. People like remember that period very vividly, especially like the generation that went through that, and probably their kids. These days, the kids probably not so much, because yeah, it's really like a long time ago. But still, there is a lot of people that kind of like appreciate the cinematography and the films of that era. So yeah. But this is really cool, a cool channel, because there are some movies here that I was looking for and I couldn't find anywhere with English subtitles, and this channel has them with English subtitles. So if you're interested in one, I mean, Mosfilm is not the only studio in Russia, okay? But if you are interested in their collection, definitely check out their YouTube channel, because I was really surprised to see like, hey, this is absolutely free. These are movies I've been looking for, sometimes for like tens of years, like decades basically. Couldn't find them with English subtitles, but here they are for free on YouTube with English subtitles. Now, I have to say this channel seems a bit new, because even their oldest upload is 1 year ago. So obviously 10 years ago, I couldn't find the content. But okay, now it's there. Let me just go through some of them here. I don't know most of them, by the way, but I know some of them which I can recommend. For example, this one, White Sun of the Desert, I do recommend. This is a classic Soviet movie, great movie. Definitely go watch that one. Now, unfortunately, again, like I said, I don't know a lot of them. Like the Kindzadza, this is a popular dystopian movie, but I haven't watched it. But some people like it, so I don't know. I know like I know the directors of this movie. They made some other things that I enjoy, so maybe it's okay. But this is very kind of low, like budget. Okay, so it's not like you're a Star Wars. Okay, just forget it. But if you enjoy this kind of thing, maybe you'll enjoy it. I don't know. Let's see what else they got here. So again, they have a lot of war movies. Like I said, they fought for their country. Obviously, a war movie. Let's keep going. So again, like a lot of war movies. Like I said, the Battle for Moscow, obviously about the war. The Battle for Moscow Typhoon, which is probably another one. The Irony of Fate. Now that's a pretty funny movie. It's a comedy, like a romantic comedy. That's what it says here. Yeah, it's a pretty funny one, so I recommend that one as well. What else they got here? The Diamond Arm, that's a classic one. Comedy, kind of detective comedy movie. Definitely recommend that one for sure. Solaris, I haven't watched it myself. I know. Shame on me. I have not watched it. But Solaris is like it's a world known movie. Okay, so like if I think it has English subtitles. Let me check. I'm pretty sure it does. But let me just double check that for you. Of course, when I check, nobody's talking. Oh yeah, there we go. English subtitles. Yeah, so no problem. You can watch this just fine. But yeah, Solaris is a very famous movie. I'd like to watch it sometime, actually. There we go again into war movies. The Fall of Berlin, obviously. Front Beyond the Front Line, again, war movie. Stalker. Now, Stalker, personally, I watched it. I didn't like it. It's just kind of boring. Like, I don't like, it's just you want something to happen, but nothing happens, and nothing happens, and nothing happens again. It's just, I don't know. It's not for me, but some people really like it. Okay. So maybe you'll like it as well. I'm just saying, for me, no. But maybe you'll like it. So, Stalker, maybe check it out. What else they got here? They got horror in here. Wow, okay. I've never seen Soviet era horror movie, as so yeah. Ivan the Terrible. Again, very known. It's by Eisenstein. So yeah, it's a very known movie. Like I think I've watched only parts of it, but again, if you're into that, then here it is. Alexander Nevsky. Now I watched that one. It's a black and white movie. So that's going back a long way. That's a good movie. I did enjoy it. War and Peace. I mean, that's one of them. There's many versions of it. White Tiger looks like a war movie. Yeah, there's a lot of them, to be honest. There's a lot of war movies in Soviet era. They just kept making them one after another, you know? Like for me, like if you ask me because like I have Russian heritage, for me all these Russian like Soviet war movies feels like too much, you know? Like maybe one or okay, maybe two is okay, maybe three is fine, but after that it's just like oh, it's like again I don't know, it's just not really my genre. I like to kind of diversify, I like to watch different things, so I don't like to be stuck in one particular genre for too long. Air Crew, I'm not sure, is that the one I watched? No, that's a different one, I think. The Star, again, war movie. Let me see here what else they got here. It's kind of getting to the end of the list here. There's yeah, okay, this one I definitely highly recommend. Definitely check it out. Assa. It's in two parts, but check it out. This is a glorious movie, like a gangster, mobster, late Soviet era movie. Absolutely fantastic. It's so weird too. It has this very weird weirdness to it, which I love. I absolutely love this movie. Definitely check it out. You'll have a lot of fun. It's kind of about music. Yeah, music, gangster. Just yeah, it's very unusual. It's a very like it's not very linear sometimes, and that's probably the part I love the most about it. It just kind of keeps jumping to these very strange. It feels almost like a kind of David Lynch movie, almost, and you know that says a lot. So definitely check out Asa. It's in two parts. Fantastic movie, fantastic. I have the DVD, but the DVD I think is only in Russian, as far as I remember. And yeah, sometimes if it's not like a pure war movie, it can be a drama movie about war. For example, this one, Ladies Ask Gentlemen, but there's clearly like a guy wearing a military uniform in the thumbnail. So maybe it's not about war, but it's like kind of a drama about a soldier or an officer or something like that. So very common in the Soviet era. And there we go. I think some of them are maybe translated into Spanish. Yeah. So again, if you're kind of like a Spanish person, or even like this one has Arabic subtitles. So yeah, I guess they're trying to diversify. But definitely check out this thing. Um, I know that some people kind of say, well, you know, this is like a language I don't understand, so I'm not gonna bother. I'm sorry, but that's just a childish, ridiculous point of view then you have, because even when I was young, even with music, for example, I didn't listen to just English music. I listened to French music. I basically listened to anything that has good lyrics and a good tune, maybe hopefully a good voice from the singer as well. That's yeah, that's necessary. But just try to yeah, try to look beyond your horizon. Try to look beyond the natural horizon that you see. Try to like expand. You never know what you'll find out there. Maybe you'll find something in a foreign language which for you just resonates a lot, and you'll be like the biggest fan of that for life, you know? You never know. If you never try, you never know. Okay? So that's what I'm saying. Give these movies a try. Some of them, I'm sure even you know, and because they're again popular in the worldwide, I should say, like Solaris. So check it out. I'm sure you'll find something you like. And basically, that's my video for today, because I found this. I thought I'd share. So yeah, check it out, and I'll see you on the next video. I will try maybe next week to do something, but I'm not sure. We'll see how it goes. All right, GC signing off. Peace. Take care.